Alright, welcome back. So we've just looked at how to add in default values. We've looked at how to add in validation rules and validation text. And now I'll show you quickly how to work with an input mask. An example we're going to use is of cell phone numbers, because if people add in cell phone numbers, it's likely that someone will make a mistake and add in a cell phone number with too many digits or too few, and then I will not be able to contact that person. So an input mask lets you have a template which you can specify how long it is and what goes in there to ensure that people do not make an accidental omission or addition in their data. Again, we will go to the design view, and in this case I want to go to the cell number field. So I click on the cell phone number field and I look at the properties at the bottom of the field, and at the moment I can see that there's no input mask set up. Now when you do your practical exams, you get a input mask code that looks like a sheet that looks like this, and this shows you all the input masks that you could possibly need. So you do receive this when you do each of your exams and your practical tests. And for cell phone numbers, we want to use you can use either the first or the second one. I'm going to use the zeros, and the zero says the characters are basically placeholders for digits. So cell phone number is 10 numbers. That means I want to put in 10 zeros into my input mask to make sure that people do not put in anything greater or smaller than that. So I go back to my input mask field property, and I will add in 10 zeros. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I'm done. So I can go back to my sheet view, I'm going to save it, and I can now test it out. Nothing changes, but I can now go to the bottom and test this out. And I could start typing a random number here, and for instance maybe try and type in too few numbers by accident. Someone left off the last few digits. If you click outside, then the warning is displayed saying that the value entered isn't appropriate for that input mask. And the person would know, okay, I've made a mistake, I need to make sure that I complete my cell phone number. And once you enter in 10 digits, then you're able to move to the next record. If you were entering too many digits, you can hear it's not actually allowing me to enter in anything more than 10 digits. So the input mask is basically a template preventing people from adding in too many or too few. If we go back to look at this input mask code, you will see how there are others for letters and with some wildcard characters as well. There's some lowercase and some quotation marks too that you guys can go through, but the most common ones that we use are the first half of them. We will go through some examples at a later point.